What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jason Wise, and I want to talk about some of the things that was tough for me in my transition from military to civilian life. Number one, I was not at all prepared for getting out of the Navy at all. Like, the hardest thing for me was realizing that I don't know where I want to reside. Like, I don't know if I want to stay in Jacksonville, Florida, right? But I was starting this career as a merchant seaman, and I'm like, all right, it'll just work out. So I got on out, and I really thought it was gonna work out good, even though it did work out, okay? But it was a very scary time for me. Like, I was like anxietied up. I had depression real bad. I was taking it out on my girlfriend at the time, and I don't know if that was exactly what led up to our breakup, but I know she couldn't handle it. And even though I was trying to pull back and try to reconcile the situation to make it better, it never got better. But to this day, we best friends. So I appreciate it. Salute to her. But I didn't have a lot of people in my corner either, or people that would help me transition. A lot of the friends I had turned out to really not be true friends. I was different. You know, I was in the military. I was spoiled in a way. And I don't think people on the outside understood what I was going through. So even though I was extroverted in the military, I was super introverted when I got out because I just didn't know, in a way, who to trust. In a way, I couldn't even trust myself because I was so all over the place, right? I'm sleeping on my boy couch. You know, at times I would go back to my ex and just try to reconcile something to make it better. What made it better when I did come home from deployments when I was a merchant seaman was the fact that I had money in my pocket. I could just go get a hotel room for a week or whatever and just relax and get out of everybody's hair. You know what I mean? I could take my little trips to Tampa, go out of the States or whatever, and I can enjoy myself. But that is not all the time with vets having a pocket, you understand? Because I was just able to do the things that I could do because I was making the money. But it didn't come right off the bat because when I first got out, I still had to go to school. And this is why I encourage vets to get their education out the way, at least for whatever they're about to do. Please get that out the way because Lord have mercy. I had to work temp, B. I'm in Jacksonville, Florida, the worst place to work temp, I think. I don't want to put it on Jacksonville like that, but to me, it was the worst situation ever. So I'm on the back of trash trucks. I'm on the back. I think one job I was shoveling sand. I was like, what the fuck? What am I doing? And I'm out here with people that really don't have their life together, you know, and they weren't even vets. They were just people in the city that needed $1 for the day. Me, I'm making money so I could survive. And this is the time right out of the Navy. A lot of my friends probably don't even know I was going through this, but that was just my strength to say that, yo, it's gonna work out. You know what I mean? I just have a drive inside of me that tells me, yo, just keep going, because I could have sat down easily. Now, I did get a severance, but that severance didn't last. You know, that little 11 bands wasn't nothing for real, but it catapulted me because it helped pay for the school. I used all my GI Bill, didn't even get my degree. It was crazy, man. I was going through crazy stuff that I shouldn't have even been going through. But I encourage every vet, man, just get your stuff together before you get out, please. Education, get that together. Another challenge. Going into that merchant seaman world, not really fully understanding what being a civilian meant. I was still up under that umbrella of military. I was still military. You know what I mean? So I go on these ships, and it's a work ethic in the military. You can work and talk. Man, these civilians don't work, man. They talk. That's all they want to do is talk and joke around all day. So I had to tweak my social skills to kind of fit in a little bit. You know what I mean? That was very, very, very uncomfortable. But I'm sure a lot of vets go through that, man, you know, because like it is a etiquette of how we work in the military. You know what I mean? Things get done, but we still got time to play and have fun, you know, and that balance was not there on the outside. What's some of the other things that I went through? I was dating women outside, right? Like I hate to say it, civilians. I was dating civilian women when I was in the military, but I had more control because I had somewhere to live. I had First and 15 was coming regardless. So when I didn't have that guarantee and I had to really buckle down and get this money myself, I started to do like working and started to do like little entrepreneurial things to give me more money and stuff like that. So the people around me, they were just going to work and I hate to say it, but I was probably a little narcissistic because I'm like, how y'all making it out here? I have VA money coming in and I work and I got entrepreneurial things I'm doing and y'all just working and y'all just super happy. I couldn't understand how people lived out here without doing extra stuff. I couldn't understand it. So that was very tough for me mentally. So the reason why it was tough for me mentally is because of the way I was talking to people. I was coming off a little more harsh, maybe spilling out too much of my ambition onto them, and they weren't ready for that. So the women in my life, they just wasn't ready to hear all that. You know, they happy to be with a guy that's very ambitious, but the way I was going about it was like a maniac because I felt the pressure. I'm like, the military was quals. You got to work on your evals. You have to work out. You gotta keep yourself up. They would, you know, even going to the hospital or to the doctor get checkups. They'd be like, "What you doing today?" I'm at the hospital, just checking on my back and getting a physical and getting some blood work done, making sure my testosterone is good. And they, you know, women, they was like looking at me like crazy because civilian men, most just don't really think about that stuff like that. So it was a difference. To me, it was normal, but to them, that it was over and beyond. You know what I mean? So, and that you know, it's a lot of stress that comes with that. And I hope that whoever's going through that can make it through because that sent me into some kind of like depression and anxiety that I still feel the effects of to this day.